Hello, I'm Troy from SUP Thailand. I'm the Chief Instructor with our company. This video is about why I'm choosing to use this board as my go-to board for all of our lessons. Our company is all about safety and learning, so I needed to choose a board that I felt that I could trust. So if we need to help people, we've got a board that we've got complete trust in. I chose the NSP brand because it's a brand that I'm familiar with. They stand for quality. We wanted to choose a quality inflatable so that when beginners, who we teach most frequently, fall off or fall onto the board, they don't hurt themselves. Now I'm going to tell you about having chosen the board, why I've stuck with the board, and why now it's our go-to board for every lesson. Firstly, this board has proven itself to be extremely durable. I've used this board in at least 100 separate occasions on lessons, which means that this board has done hundreds of kilometres on the water.
As you can see, the board is highly manoeuvrable for a large board.
The board's been in and out of song towels hundreds of times, and it's showing itself to be very resistant to scrapes and scratches. On top of that, the board gets dumped onto concrete and even onto its fin plenty of times, and it's been very resistant to damage. The fin itself has struck big stones in heavy flow situations, and the fin box and the fin itself have remained in very decent condition. The next thing is regarding the buoyancy of the board. It's a big board, it's 12.6. If somebody gets into difficulty or there's a child that's tired, I can very easily put them on the front of my board and paddle with them on the board. It's got huge amounts of buoyancy, and that makes it great for teaching. As well as this, we do a lot of expeditions with schools. So that means that I'm able to carry 20 plus kilos of gear on the front of my board, including all of our safety equipment.
I don't normally store equipment over the tail end of the board because I like to move around the board when I'm teaching beginners. However, if I was on expedition, I could easily store another 20 kilos over the tail.
The valves also give me no problems whatsoever, and the pressure this board can take is 15 to 18 psi, which makes it extremely rigid. Having that 15 to 18 psi range means I can pump the board up to 15 psi, and on a really hot day I can be assured that the pressure's rise is not going to be too significant.
In this clip, I wanted to highlight the acceleration and the straight line speed in real time of the board. Actually, I've found that this board can keep up with most race boards over a short stretch. That's really important for when I have to get to somebody quickly who's having difficulty. We do an awful lot of our teaching at this very spot. We're extremely grateful to be working in close partnership with the Royal River Kwai Resort and Spa.